This program has been brought to you by Airtel, proud supporter of Africa's rising football stars.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Airtel Football. This week, it's Destination Accra for the Arsenal Soccer Clinic. We find out about an incredible football initiative across Africa. And we spend some time with the Gunners' right back, Bakary Sagna. They are one of the world's most popular football clubs, a club that has achieved incredible honors at the highest level of the game. Arsenal Football Club have won 13 First Division and Premier League titles and 10 FA Cups. They also managed the League and FA Cup double in the 1970-71 season. The Gunners also hold the record for the longest uninterrupted period in the English top flight and 10 FA Cups. They also managed the League and FA Cup double in the 1970-71 season. The Gunners also hold the record for the longest uninterrupted period in the English top flight. And they are only the second side to go unbeaten in a single top-flight season. They did it in the 2003-2004 campaign. They're also a club that enjoys an immense amount of support throughout Africa. So when Airtel announced that Arsenal Soccer Clinic would be part of Airtel Rising Stars competition following the conclusion of a successful tournament, it was no wonder that it caused quite a buzz. And it happened here in Accra. Ghana's capital city is the largest in the country. This home to 4 million certainly has a unique feel. An African city that has stuck by its vibrant and colorful roots. And over the years, Accra has transitioned into a modern metropolis. The city's architecture reflects its history, ranging from 19th century British colonial buildings to modern skyscrapers and apartment blocks. It also serves as the nation's economic and administrative hub and is the center of culture and tourism, sporting a wide range of nightclubs, restaurants, and hotels. Development is happening at a breakneck pace here in Accra. This is truly a city that is moving rapidly into the 21st century. It's no mystery that football is life in Ghana. The success of the Black Stars on the international stage has played an integral part in the transformation of the African game. So many stars have come from the West African country and made their mark on the world stage. Who can forget the magic of goalkeeper Robert Mensah, or the incredible pace of Ibrahim Abdul Razak, or Ibrahim Sande, the man who led the Black Stars to 2 consecutive African Cup of Nations finals during the 60s and the 70s. There was also Abedi Pele's incredible run to the Champions League crown with Olympique Marseille. More recently, we witnessed the magic of Sami Kuffour, one of the greatest African defenders of all time. There are homegrown heroes in Ghana, heroes that these kids can strive to be like, from the same cities, towns, playgrounds, and schools, making the dream of one day reaching the dizzying heights of international football a reality. To one day become Ghana's best. And the Arsenal soccer clinics in this soccer-mad city are certainly a great place to start. The first Arsenal FC-run soccer clinic for talented youngsters selected from the Airtel Rising Stars competition took place in Ghana's capital. And the excitement of having 2 UEFA-licensed coaches was palpable.
Well, today's, I said in the initial interview that we had, the press interview, that, for me as a coach, myself and Rob and Luke, we're the privileged ones to come out here. First of all, to be with Arsenal is a privilege in itself, and to be with, obviously, the company that, is obviously representing this, which is Airtel, working in collaboration with Arsenal. To be a part of something that is groundbreaking, it's pioneering, and to have the privilege to coach a whole new generation of young players and have some kind of influence on the way that they can take football in the future up another level is a privilege in itself. We're the privileged ones, and so to bring the Arsenal way of playing to these youngsters in the hope that they will go all the way and get themselves signed, it is a wonderful thing in itself. I quite like the absurdity of taking nothing and creating something, and obviously showing young people that you are made different so you can make a difference.
Not to mention the presence of Arsenal legend Ray Parlour.
It's a great honour for me to be here. I'll just say well done to all of you. I've been talking to Robbie and Paul, and he said your application is in first class. Listening, wants to learn, and hopefully you can take it back to wherever you come from and take that and help other players as well, because hopefully you've learnt some new methods in training. And as I said before, it's been an absolute pleasure to be part of this here today. Just going on to a few other bits. Thanks to Airtel, who have put this project together. It's an amazing project, and hopefully this is the start of something really big for everybody out there, and give more players opportunities as well, because there's so much talent out there, and it's been absolutely brilliant to watch, especially that second half today.
41 boys and girls from Ghana, Uganda, Zambia and Nigeria took part in the life-changing course. And let's just say that it wasn't just the kids that were impressed by the standards and professionalism around them.
So far, what I've liked is the enthusiasm. You can see expectation on the faces, of the young chaps that have come from different countries. You can see that they sort of are beginning to envision, greatness happen to them. And my hope is that they can take this opportunity they've been given and really turn it into something special for their footballing careers.
Well, I think one of the first things I see when I look at these guys is hunger. Football is won and lost in the mind. For me, you can have all the talent downstairs in the legs, but if you don't have the character to go with the charisma, it means nothing. You might as well just not be playing at all. And one of the things that I've seen today is just the enthusiasm, the dedication, the willingness to listen, to learn, the enthusiasm. Every step of what we did today with passing, degrees of passing, they worked incredibly hard, and it was very important for them at the end of the session to understand that for me as a coach, I commend them in their efforts and what they've done today. And if they maintain that and take that forward, with everything they do, there's no reason why a number of those boys, can't go on in one measure or degree and play, if not just for Ghana or for their national countries.
A week of learning to play the Arsenal way. A style of play that has been the envy of many clubs all over the world for so long. But it wasn't just about the football. It was about life around the game, from lifestyle choices to nutrition and everything in between.
What we did this afternoon, the classroom session, we did nutrition. So we focused on what meals players would eat, pre-game, post-match, just a general eating order in what they would eat from day-to-day basis and stuff like that. What foods are good for them, what foods are fatty foods, foods that have minerals and vitamins and stuff like that. So just basically give them a knowledge of what professional players tend to eat and consume on a day-to-day basis.
The training is wonderful training, because in Zambia we don't know how to trap in, to turn in, but we came here to Ghana, we know how to trap in and controlling the ball.
We have learned inside and outside passing, controlling, position, and shooting. And I want to thank Airtel for everything, because without Airtel I will not be here. And Ghana is beautiful, and I enjoy their food. I want to see that big time to Airtel. I don't know if we are going to travel to academic, but for now, but they say we are going to travel for Airtel academic. So I want to thank God and let God put more effort for them to help more Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, and other else.
Proof that if these young footballers keep up with their training, discipline and remain committed to the game, then we should see them leading their respective countries into glory one day in the future.
The state of African football and where it's going to, how fast it's propelling itself, I don't think we would be wrong to say that, maybe 2016, we're looking at something maybe 220, but definitely 220. I could see some of these kids here representing Africa and representing, the Black Stars. definitely.
We came out here to get closer to the fans and also to make sure we can work with our partner Airtel. Yeah, and it's really important for us to help support them in the Rising Stars programme and help support what they're doing at grassroots level. And some of the talent that we've seen out here kind of justifies that decision and that partnership, really, because it shows that the level of talent out in Africa is exceptional, really.
When we return to Airtel Football, we take a look at how grassroots football is working on the African continent and how Arsenal right-back Bakary Sagna is spearheading an effort to ensure that football changes lives. Stay where you are. Welcome back to Airtel Football. Footballers are role models. They can shape the lives of young aspiring talent. Every move a professional footballer makes is scrutinized by the media and the adoring public, good or bad. So when a footballer with the influence of Arsenal's Bakary Sagna starts changing lives, well, let's just say we noticed. Often described as the best right back in the English Premier League, French-born Sagna has been an integral part of Arsenal Football Club since 2007. Starting his career at FC Saints, Sagna made 87 League One appearances for Auxerre and was part of the squad that won the French Cup in 2005. He also played in the UEFA Cup in each of his 3 seasons with the club's first team, making a total of 17 appearances in the competition. So solid has Sagna's level of play been since he began his professional career that he has been nicknamed Mr. Reliable by his legion of fans. One of the English Premier League's most loved players, Sagna has taken his celebrity status to a whole new level. He recently joined the charity Grassroots Soccer as their ambassador. And since here in Africa, soccer is like religion, Sagna sees this as an opportunity to change lives along the way.
Well, I think I knew grassroots soccer maybe 1 year ago. My friend introduced me to the association, to the foundation, and it was a yes straight away for me. I think if I'm playing football today, if I'm a football player, this is for a reason, and mainly to help this foundation raising money and being known all over the world. And as long as we can help people and we can talk about it, it's always a pleasure. So yeah, for me it's just natural.
It was an idea created by former Scottish footballer Tommy Clark. Moving to Zimbabwe at a young age with his family would shape the way he looked at football and life.
The background basically came out of losing friends to HIV and having this idea that football was an incredibly powerful way to educate people, that it was a way to gather kids and to provide role models, and that really role models were really key, and that football players were the best role models around. You know, we're looking at right now, this is halftime, we've had 500,000 young people go through our program. Our goal is to have 1 million young people go through our program, and to do it faster. It's taken us 10 years to get 500,000 kids through. We want to try and get another 500,000 kids through, you know, by 2014, by the Brazil World Cup. So really, financial contributions, you know, go a long way. You know, we have volunteers go down and spend time in Africa, generally spending a year working with young people on the ground too.
A vision shared by former Zimbabwean international Mthembe Ndlovu.
Yeah, it's very important, but I think it's there are many lessons to learn from soccer, not only for soccer itself, but you get to be part of a team, make decisions, figure out who are supporters in your life and who are not supporters. So there are a lot of skills that you learn through playing soccer that also apply to life. So I think it's a very, very good mix to get kids involved in grassroots soccer, learn being part of a team, but also learn other skills as well.
And a recent fundraising event at Arsenal's legendary Emirates Stadium was a chance to thank those who have supported the program from day one.
Yeah, I think it's to increase the profile of the organization. We have an incredible partnership with MP Silva. We have several of the Arsenal players very involved, Alex Song, Bakary Sagna, Robert Pires. London's also, people in London, they get football. It's everywhere. It's also quite close to Africa, at least compared to the US. So it's and there's a strong African presence in the UK and especially in London. So it's a perfect place for us to be.
Yes, so this is an opportunity really to thank our partners who have been supporting us, share a little bit more with them what we've been able to do with their support, and hopefully keep them engaged to continue supporting us and also to engage new partners as well.
Nothing like football to spread the message of football. For Bakary Sagna, it is a dream come true to play the beautiful game for one of the world's biggest football clubs. But the realization that he must make a difference is what sets him apart from so many others in his position.
Well, today we are like example. Football is the best sport for all over the world. Everyone wants to play football. Even at school, everyone speaks about football. So it's an easy way to talk about something and to give them and to send a message away. So yeah, so football is a lot easier. It motivates myself to be like an example. To give always the maximum on the pitch and off the pitch, and as I said, to send a message away to make them aware about what's life and what they have to expect for the future, and if they look forward for the future, everything will be great, and they always have to be careful. So it will always be easier for them to listen to someone like me who plays football, who is like a role model than someone else.
That's all the time we have for in this edition of Airtel Football. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.
This program has been brought to you by Airtel, proud supporter of Africa's rising football stars.